I've been working as a physical therapist for 7 years now. Do I still think it's worth it? Hi, I'm Jeffrey, physical therapist, and welcome to Life of a Taiwanese PT living in Houston. It really felt like just yesterday when I graduated PT school, when I was anxiously studying for the boards exam. But what was even more painful than studying for the boards was that week after when you had to wait for the results. That was excruciating. That all felt so recent, but now I've been working for 7 whole years as a physical therapist. I've been very fortunate in my journey and I'm very grateful for it. Everyone's circumstances and situations are different, and for me, I definitely think it's worth it. Learning about rehab and helping people in their recovery journey process has been super rewarding. I find myself researching topics about rehab even outside of work, constantly learning new things, and this is what I enjoy doing. Making and creating content for social media as a PT really helps me retain the joy of being a PT. I've always been into arts and being creative, and this is like an outlet for me, so I can't see myself doing anything else. I'm grateful for where I work. I've been at the same job for the past 7 years, and it is a neuro outpatient. We see neuro patients one-on-one per hour, so we're not slammed with multiple patients, and I have a lot of freedom where I work in how I want to treat my patients. There's no productivity standards, and I don't really ever feel burned out. Neuro patients can have their challenges for sure. Don't get me wrong, I still get stressed out, but it doesn't get too bad. Now, in terms of pay, PTs don't make that much starting off unless you're in home health or like travel PT. So if you are choosing PT to make a lot of money, I would definitely think again. Also take into consideration of how much school costs, because nowadays I know some programs are super expensive. However, PTs can make decent money. Just depends on what route you want to go, because there are lots of other options other than just being a clinician. Whatever role or position you want to get into, make sure you put in the work and get after it. Now, let's catch up for the week. This week actually started off pretty bad, not gonna lie. Monday, I woke up and we found out that our fridge died. Our compressor was not working anymore, and I reached out to people to try to see if we could get it fixed, and it's super expensive, but eventually we did get it fixed. Bottom line is, don't get LG fridges. That's what we had. And we had it for about a little over 3 years, which is not long at all. After doing some research, apparently LG fridges are known to have compressor issues and having them fail. So in the future, we'll definitely be getting a different brand. And this week on Wednesday, we had Joint Commission come, which is a big deal because they come like every 3 years. They're basically a committee that goes out and assesses hospitals and healthcare organizations to make sure that they're up to standards for accreditation. So you want to make sure things are clean, you're doing the right things. So when they're coming, we kind of get a heads up, but that day we're just cleaning things and making sure everything's in place. We're not violating any rules. Not that we usually are, but yeah, we just get our things together and really buckle down that day. They did come and we passed. So that's all that matters. My wife cooked this is Vietnamese chicken curry. So good. It goes real well with rice. And Thursday was Halloween. We didn't really dress up for work. Usually we have a theme, but this year we're just too busy with transition to Epic, and we have changes in leadership. So things are kind of hectic. After getting off work, my wife and I have been planning to give out candy to the kids because we haven't been home in the past couple years, whether we're traveling during this time. So we have 2 big buckets ready. We got the candy, Pokemon cards. It's kind of raining, so hopefully we have trick-or-treaters. We even decorated our front entryway a little bit, put a ghost on the door and then some spider webs on the side. I had to open a pack of those Pokemon cards and they're kind of cool. This is how we're giving out candy for Halloween. And I thought they were gonna come out like maybe between 5 and 6 because some kids are younger and they come in big groups. But we didn't get our first trick-or-treater until 6:30. And my wife was on the verge of tears because she thought no one was coming. So we did get some. We got a moderate amount. We probably finished about 1.5 out of the 2 buckets of candy. It was still pretty fun seeing some of the costumes, and some of them were in like Harry Potter, which my wife loves. Friday night, we got some Jollibee. We had to splurge a little bit. And then we add a little bit of spinach into the spaghetti, mashed potatoes. I'm not even a dessert guy, but I'll try their peach mango pie. Saturday, my wife and I celebrated our 2-year wedding anniversary, which is very special, and also didn't feel like 2 years. Felt like it flew by, just like I've been working for 7 years. Our wedding anniversary, of course, is much more special, much more important than any of my work anniversaries. As I grow older, I start to realize what are the main priorities, and they start to become more clear as I age and have more experience. And basically, for me, it's my health, my family's health, everyone close to me, and of course, having good relationships with my loved ones. And that's what really matters. Like, a job is something that comes and goes. Even if you have a good one, I feel like the job is not high up on my priority. So I want to focus on the main, and the rest are just bonuses. I think that really helps me navigate my life in the 30s. To celebrate our wedding anniversary, we went to Handi's Dozo, which is our favorite sushi hand roll place. It's delicious, it's super fresh. The seaweed has like a crunch to it, and nothing like Kazunori, which is another place we've been to in like Los Angeles and even in New York. It's just dookie compared to what we have here in Houston. After lunch, we went to Central Market, which we don't have close to where we live. So we dropped by, got a bunch of fruits, got a dessert. My wife loves fruit tarts. And we got some flowers as well. Saturday for dinner, she made some ravioli we got from Trader Joe's, and she made some bruschetta, which is like some kind of toast, bread, and a tomato on top with some vinegar and different things. And afterwards, we stayed in. We wanted to rewatch Harry Potter again, so we watched the first one. And it was actually pretty good. I never knew the movies were that long, but it was very enjoyable. Sunday, nothing too eventful. I went on my usual park run with Henry. And this time we just really slowed down our pace so we can stay in zone 2 throughout. And our zone 2 heart rate is probably around like 140. So we were slow. Our pace was around like up to 13 minutes, but we did 4 miles. And like I said before, I do have that turkey trot coming up in Dallas. So I'm trying different things. I only run once a week, so I know it's not enough to really improve my pace, but we'll see. Sunday night, after my run, I come home to this delicious meal. I haven't tried it yet, but I know it's gonna be delicious. Cooked by my wife. Sweet potato, salmon, broccoli. This will conclude this week's vlog. If you guys made it this far, might as well give it a thumbs up. Thank you guys for watching, and click here to watch last week's video on my thoughts on chiropractors, adjustments, and getting cracked at your neck.